There we go. Hey, shalom, Israel. Shalom, Baltimore. Let's clap it up. This is the ISUPK. This is the Biblical Law class. We at ISUPK start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohanan. If it's not under Commanding General Yohanan, it's not the truth. And we've been bringing this truth out since 1969, and blacks, Latinos, Native Americans are the true biblical Jews of the Bible. And our oppressor, that colonizer, who everybody knows is the pilgrim, you understand, he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You know, and devil just means deceiver. He's been the biggest liar on the face of this earth, you understand? And everybody can attest to that, you know. So, you know, tonight we're going to pretty much, we're going to get into, you know, vengeance is of the Lord, man. Like, you know, it's a lot that's been done to us as a people. It's a lot that's still being done to us as a people. But realistically speaking, how do we go about that? You see what I'm saying? Like, how do you go about knowing that you've been wronged, or knowing that you've been hurt, knowing your real history and what's been done to you, and then going about exacting revenge or wanting revenge? You see what I'm saying? Like, this proves that these Christian leaders do not have the answers. They do not have the answers. The Muslim mosques don't have the answers. You understand? Like, the only answers you're going to find on how to truly, you see what I'm saying, not only just overcome this oppressor, but to get vengeance, is to follow these words from, you know, from the Lord. You understand? And that's only being given in the ISUPK, man. Right. You understand? We're going to start off, you know, real quick. We're going to start off with the blessings. You know, a lot of people I know have heard of these blessings, but the thing is like, I always say everybody claim the blessings, but they never want to claim them curses. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to say that they Israel. Like, it's an honorable thing to be considered an Israelite by blood. We the only ones that don't view it that way. You know, we got every other nation on the face of the earth trying to be an Israelite, but we still trying to be everything other than what we're supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? So we get into these blessings, it'll show you what the Most High wants to do for us. It'll show you what the Most High want to, you know, what He want to give us. And this is what these other nations are banking on. We're going to get Deuteronomy 28:1. We're going to go into the blessings real quick.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It says it shall come to pass, meaning like this will happen. Like, what I'm about to tell you is going to happen for sure. It said, and it shall come to pass, meaning like this is going to be spoken of in past tense because it's going to occur. If thou shalt hearken diligently, meaning if you should listen closely into what the Most High has to say to us. Keep going.
To observe and do all His commandments.
They say to observe and to do all His commandments. You see what I'm saying? Like, these laws, statutes, and commandments, it's one thing to observe them and to know them. You know, it's one thing for, you know, people always say, yeah, I'm in the truth. I've been in the truth for this, that, and the third. But I don't really do everything that they be doing. Like, you know, I try to do this here and there. But no, the Lord say, listen, to observe and to do all of His commandments. You understand? Like, you can't just pick and choose what you want to do. Like, we don't serve that type of power that allows us to pick and choose what laws we're going to follow. What kind of a parent would the Most High be to us if we told Him what laws we were going to follow? You see what I'm saying? He said to observe and to do all. Keep going.
Which I command thee this day.
They say, which I command thee this day. Like, this day, you know, this is for anybody who just hearing this for the first time. When they say this day, it's talking to you. It's talking about right now. You know, the Lord is having a conversation with you right now as we speak. Keep going.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
They say that the Lord thy God is going to set thee on high above all nations of the face of the earth. See, here's the thing, like, contrary to what we've been taught, the Most High is not interested in equality. The Most High is not interested in us all being kumbaya and, living together and, everybody being equal. The Most High don't care about none of that, man. The Most High just said, listen, if you do what I tell you to do, I'm going to put you on top of every nation on the face of the earth. That's not equality, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, that sounds like the Lord is having favor and he's choosing a nation over another nation. You understand? You got something? Go ahead.
And the thing is, like, the way that the world is formatted today is like, there's always so much coming together. It's like, even like, we get that from when we kids. Like, we watch cartoons or the animals.
Sure.
They all
Right.
together, you know what
Right.
I mean? So it's like, dang, like, why can't we all be together? Like,
Mhm.
I mean, God is for all of us. So it's like, it's foreign when we come out and we see these things. It's like, God is, he only for one nation. It's like, that don't make sense.
Right. What you're saying is heavy because, like, he said you're gonna put us on high above all these other nations. Like, think about it. If you look at the elections about to come up, if you look at everything that goes on, everything that we do, everything we pour our spirit into is trying to be equal to someone who's been oppressing us since we've been here. And what in our mind tells us that the person that's been in oppressing us since we've been here is going to give that power up when he don't have to. He don't have to give that power up. What makes you think he's going to give that power up willingly and give some of it to you so that we'll be on an equal playing field? Like, that really, it makes absolutely no sense. You see what I'm saying? That's why we got to keep marching. That's why we got to keep voting. That's why you got them sellout black leaders and black entertainers, your Ricky Smileys, your, what's the other one? Your Steve Harveys. You see what I'm saying? Like, they gotta take that bag to get everybody to kind of, get on board with what policy is. You see what I'm saying? Lord ain't interested in none of that, man. Lord say, man, I'm gonna put you above all these other people, all these other nations. That means we're gonna be above the so-called white man. We're gonna be above that African. We're gonna be above that Asian. You see what I'm saying? Meaning, they are going to be beneath us. They're going to be subservient to us. That don't mean that they're going to be, they can do what they want to do and we just cool. Nah, they're going to do what they're told. That's what that means. The same way we got to do what we're told, they're going to do what they're told. You see what I'm saying? If I could drop that, let me get Deuteronomy 7:6. You had something?
I seen a video. Matter of fact, homeboy of mine from the world sent me a video with ladder lad marching for Sonya Madison.
God.
So they marching, they hella deep, marching down the street. He sent me that. I said, why you send me that? I thought that was y'all. I'm like, yo, you don't march. Like, we ain't marching for, to make a statement.
Right.
Like, like, I feel like if we march anymore, like, people, like, we got civil rights, we got people marching for police killers all the time.
Right.
If we march anymore, we're going to be back to calling the white man massa. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't doing nothing.
Right.
It's going backwards. You know what I mean? We keep with that chant that no justice, no peace.
Right.
Come on, there's been no justice. We still people.
We've been chanting that. We've been chanting that for what? 10 years, no justice, no peace, and still ain't got no justice. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're saying. Like, that's what the Lord is saying, man. Like, that's not what we're supposed to do. Like, we just read in Deuteronomy 28, he said we got to observe and to do all his commandments, man. That's what's going to get us set on high. Not us feeling like we can do what we want to do, and we got to link up with them so they can understand us. We got to show forth and show them that it's a good Negro out here. Nah, that's not the key. That's not the key, man. You got the other scripture? Deuteronomy 7:6.
unto the Lord thy God.
It say, for thou art an holy people, man. Holy means separate. We are separate people unto the Lord thy God, man. That means we're not like nobody else on the face of the earth. You understand? Like, we got to realize, man, that who we are is something special, man. Like, we are something special, something separate to the Lord that he can hold on to.
Right.
You know, we don't have to be like these other nations out here, man. Like, everything that we do, and, you know, everything that we do to try to be, what they call it, black excellence, all of that stuff is conforming and becoming part of another culture that's not ours. We don't have to do that. The Lord just said, y'all, we are a holy people unto himself, man. Keep going.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people, man. Like black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child, like the Lord said that you are a special people, man. You're not like everybody else. Like, stop taking off your culture, man. Run towards your culture. You know, we do a lot of code switching, you know, because we feel like we're, you know, a lot of us feel inadequate when we talk around other people, other races of people. So we feel like we got to fit into how they look, fit into how they dress, fit into how they talk. You see what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got to do none of that, man. The Lord said, you know, we are a special people, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, take ownership of that. Take ownership of that, man. Go ahead.
Special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Here it is again. The Lord just said again, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Like, I feel like it's a thing that we're seeing, man. Like, because we don't read this book and we're not taught to actually get into this book, man, in the Christian church, we don't realize how much of a separatist the Lord is. We don't realize how much of a, you know, how racist the Most High is. And like people were like, oh, he just said the Most High is racist. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's a good thing. Because here's the thing. Racism works, man. Racism actually works. Like, if you look at the so-called white man, this oppressor, he has been racist. He still is racist. He's always going to be racist. You know why? Look at what it got him. Like, he got a stronghold, and not only do he have America, North America, South America, he got a stronghold in every country on the face of the earth, man, because of racism. You see what I'm saying? Like, he has preferred his people and his agenda over everybody else's on the face of the earth. And look what it's done for him. So you mean to tell me if he can do it, the Most High can't be that way? And prefer the best for his people, the people that he has chosen? Like, we gotta get our head out the clouds, man, and realize like we dealing with the Most High power here. There is no other power greater than him. If the so-called white man can be racist and flourish, do we not know that if we follow the Lord, what he will bestow upon us, man? Like, we're reading it right here. He said we're going to be above all nations upon the face of the earth, man. And that's going to be important because, like I started off, you know, we started off by saying, vengeance is of the Lord, man. Like you got a lot of brothers and sisters right now, man. They are lost and they don't know what to do. They feel a sense of justice, or a sense of duty, because they see what's happening to our people. But what do we do as a people, man, to really get justice? You see what I'm saying? Like, you got some people rise up and they have these little revolts. What happened? They get squashed, man. You know, like, their name may ring for a day or two, but after that, it's back to business. You see what I'm saying? So how do we create or affect real change? You know, as it relates to our people being mistreated, our people being oppressed and murdered and killed. Like, how do we affect that real change, man? And that's what we're getting into right now, man, because the Lord is telling us, listen, you are the greatest people on the face of the earth. Stop acting like everybody else, man. Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and watch what I do for you. You see what I'm saying? Drop that. Let me get Exodus 23 and 22, Bubba Kasha. We're going to get some more in the scripture because, like, people quick to say, you know, here's what people always say. You know, a lot of these scriptures, a lot of people have never heard of before. So they look at it and they say, man, y'all just saying anything out y'all mouth. Y'all saying this, that, and the third. Man, y'all don't know, y'all ain't reading that Bible right. No, it's right here in the Bible. What's the next question, Alizar? What's the next question when we show them in the Bible?
What Bible is that?
Yeah, or who wrote the Bible?
Who wrote the Bible? Right,
That's the next one. Who wrote that book? That book been changed and altered and all. Because we never heard this, man. We don't know that the real power that we have, he's the author of this book. You see what I'm saying? Like, these are his words. These are not our words, man. I know it sounds rough, you feel me? But who you think you're dealing with? Who you think you're playing with, man? You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, Doc.
right. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, like, there's a church in every hood.
Right.
On damn near, like, every set or whatever. Like, so how can there be scriptures in the Bible that we've never heard? Like, how, you know what I mean? Like, how can the churches be flourishing? So many, like, just buildings, like, they just getting built enormous, like in enormous numbers.
Right.
And it's never been told, like, the church is the home of Satan, man. Like, I see on Lot Vegas, it's a church, and it say, you got a rainbow on it, and it say, faith is pride. Faith
Yeah.
is pride.
See, and you know what that really means?
You know what I'm
That they are all inclusive.
You know what I'm
You see what I'm saying? You can have all manner of wickedness up in this church, you know, and we're going to accept you. That's what that means. You know, you can be as wicked as you want to be, and we're going to accept you. But you better not talk that Israelite nonsense. You see what I'm saying? You better not talk that Israelite garbage. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what that's saying. You feel me? You got that scripture?
You know what I'm
Go ahead.
This is Exodus chapter 23, verse 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak to you, do all that I speak.
It say, but if thou, it say, listen, if thou shalt indeed obey his voice. Obey means to do what I say. You know, the Lord's saying, if you do what I say, what is he saying? What is he telling us to do? Follow his law, statutes, and commandments. He said, if thou indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, here it is again, this is the thing. You see what I'm saying? We got to obey the Lord's voice and do all that he say, not just the things we want. Go ahead.
Right. Then I will be an enemy unto thine enemy.
The Lord said, I'm going to be an enemy unto your enemies. Like, black man, that's the problem. We don't feel like we have enemies out here. And if we do have an enemy, we looking at our brother as the enemy. You see what I'm saying? You sisters, you know, it's like y'all could be so docile when it comes to hearing this truth, man. When we talk about the oppressor going into what's going to be before this oppressor, I don't really see it like that, you know. Everybody ain't like that. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to another sister, you be ready to throw bleach on her, slice her with a razor blade. You see what I'm saying? You be ready to maim a sister or a brother. You see what I'm saying? Like, but when it comes to this oppressor, it's like, you know, all of them ain't bad. I can't say that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, listen, the Lord just said, read that again, Bubba Kasha.
Then I will be.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it's fine.
Then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies.
The Lord said he will be an enemy unto our enemies, man. Black man, Hispanic, Native American man, woman, and child, we have a real enemy out here, and it's not each other. You see what I'm saying? Like, this oppressor has been an enemy to us since we got here. He's never been a friend. He's never been an ally. He has been an enemy to us since day one. You see what I'm saying? Like these other nations out here, they are enemies unto us. Like, if you look at our communities, man, like they have businesses set up in our communities and they thrive. You know, you go into a corner store, you look to buy a box of cereal, they want Frosted Flakes, they want like $9, $10 for it. You see what I'm saying? A quart of milk going for $4.50. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's tactics of an enemy. You see what I'm saying? We should never treat each other like that, but they are going to treat us like that because they know that we're enemies, man. And the Lord say, listen, if you listen to what I'm telling you, if you learn to do what I'm telling you to do, listen, those enemies that's eating off of you right now, that enemy that's destroying you right now, that enemy that's walking into your home and putting a gun in your head and pulling the trigger, getting no consequences behind that enemy, I'm going to be his enemy when you learn to listen to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, instead of us just sitting there and marching for the sister Sonia Massey, instead of us just sitting and marching for us, how about we do what the Bible say? How about we do what the Most High Power say? Turn from our wicked ways, man. You know, start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. He will do for us what a march can never do for us. He will actually exact justice for Sonia Massey. You see what I'm saying? For Trayvon Martin, for Freddie Gray, for all the countless brothers and sisters that have lost their lives, man. For our Issacharite brothers and children on that border still being unalived and kidnapped and sold into slavery, sex slavery. You see what I'm saying? Like, the Lord can exact their vengeance that we can't. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't have, and I'm gonna be honest with you, we so docile as a people, man, when it comes to this oppressor, we don't have it in us to exact the type of revenge or the type of vengeance that's needed against him. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't have it in us.
Like Officer Picard said, Stockholm Syndrome 101, sir.
John, that's exactly what it is. It's Stockholm Syndrome, man. You see what I'm saying? That Stockholm Syndrome where you've been oppressed and you've been abused for so long. You see what I'm saying? That you learn, you start to love this man that oppress you. You defend this man that oppress you. You know, you become one with him. You know, that old, Master, is we sick today?
Right.
That's what it really is. So we understand why people get mad at us because as a whole, as a people, we got Stockholm Syndrome when it comes to this oppressor, man. And anybody dare stand up to him is almost like, man, who is you? You see what I'm saying? Like, you'll be surprised that when we outside on the street speaking, man, like, this oppressor actually respects the fact that we stand up against him. He actually respects the fact that we do not bow to him, that we do not, how the scripture say, we don't water down our love, man. I'm just paraphrasing. We don't water down our love for the Most High for him. You see what I'm saying? Like, why, the scripture say, why trimmest thou ways? You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't trim our ways for this oppressor. And then guess what? They actually respect that. Our issue come from our own people. Man, why is you talking to them like that? Man, why you got that woman on her feet kissing your boots, man? Who y'all think y'all is, you feel? Like, that's Stockholm Syndrome, man. Officer Picard, you're 1,000% right. You see what I'm saying? Like, but the Lord is saying, listen, read that again, Brother Kashar.
Then I will be an enemy unto thine enemy, and an adversary unto thine adversary.
The Lord said, I'm going to be an enemy unto thine enemies, and I'm going to be an adversary to thou adversaries. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's what we gotta realize, man. Like, you may be sitting at home right now. You may be on the couch, and you may be waking up to the Lord's truth, man, waking up to who you are. And that burning question in your spirit is, how do I help my people, man? What do I do to help my people? You know, do I go out here and do I get a march together and we go and march and we demand rights and all this? Like, is that how I help my people? Listen, if you got a love for your people, if you got a love for the Lord, man, listen, here in ISUPK is where you need to be. Under Commanding General Yohana, and make no mistakes about it, you know, because people do mistake us with other Israelite groups because they don't know. But you'll know right now that we do not stand, and we are not affiliated with no Christian organizations, no other fake Israelite camps. We're not associated, we're not affiliated with them at all. You see what I'm saying? Like, the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, we stand alone, man. You know, so know that. So when you see them other camps out there and they marching and they singing, you know, they doing all that crazy, that nonsense, you see what I'm saying? Realize that's not the ISUPK, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, here in ISUPK, we're going to serve the Lord the way he said he wanted to be served, man. And like I said, he told us to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and he's going to be an enemy to our enemy and an adversary against our adversaries, you feel me? And that's what we want, man. That's how we fight. The way we fight is by becoming righteous, man. That's how we fight, man. We don't fight by, man, I got my AR, I got my AK, I got this, that, and the third, I'm stacking up on bullets. Man, you sound like the oppressor. He the one running scared. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's getting scared because he's finally facing, like, it's starting to ramp up a little bit, and he's starting to feel the pressure of his time coming to an end. He's starting to get desperate. That's why he got, you know, what they call it, the bunkers. Doomsday preppers. I mean, they building whole civilizations in their backyard under the ground. You see what I'm saying? That's why. They know that their time to rule is coming to an end, man. So because they're getting frightened, do we gotta get frightened? Like, that's that Stockholm syndrome right there. Hey, listen, something coming, I can feel it. You see the bro, something coming, I can feel it, man. There's something in the air. You see them buying all the bullets up? They got all the guns, man. Bullets is sky high. So what? You see what I'm saying? Like, what he's fearing is the life that we've been living since we've been here. You see what I'm saying? What we got to do now is follow the Lord, man. Come back to keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Stop eating pork. Stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know, see, if that sister got a husband, matter of fact, if she's having sex with anybody, leave her alone. You see what I'm saying? That is not yours. That's a law according to the Lord, man. If she's having sex with anybody at all, she's off limits. You see what I'm saying? Like, how about not celebrating these holidays, man? Not celebrating Thanksgiving, not celebrating, what's coming up? I think they got Labor Day coming. I don't know what the hell Labor Day is. Memorial Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Man, stop celebrating that, man. When the Lord say to separate, man, take our spirit out of those things, man. That's what we got to do as a people. And when we begin to do that, that's when the Lord said, I'm going to be an enemy to your enemies. And he's going to exact godly, righteous vengeance against these oppressors, against these people that's been up against us for all this time. You see what I'm saying? If I could, drop that. Let me get Romans 12 and 19, Baba Kasha. So here it is. We establishing a precedence, man. Like, are we supposed to go out there and just, you know, because this oppressor's been so wicked, go out there and put our hands on him? And no, we ain't supposed to do none of that. You know, truthfully, don't do it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, this oppressor is wicked as hell, man. But you don't go out there and put your hand on him. You don't touch him. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying, now, by saying that, that's not saying that you can't defend yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because these oppressors, they will get bold at times. You see what I'm saying? You have the right to defend yourself when you're being attacked. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about you going out there on the offense. Like, don't allow your offense to be attacking them. Allow your offense to be serving the Lord by keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. That way, he'll become an enemy to them. You see what I'm saying? Like, the Most High can't be an enemy to them right now because we still following them. You see what I'm saying? You got something?
So, and the crazy thing is, like, us actually going out and attacking the oppressor, we actually going against the Most High.
We going against the Most High, come.
We want things to be, if he says don't touch him.
Come.
Like a father, like, if you know what I mean? Like a father saying, like, well, I told you not to touch him.
Right.
I had something for him.
Mm-hmm.
And you messed it up. You know what I mean? Like,
And like you said, like, and that's how you got to look at it as a parent. You tell your kid, listen, I got this. Do it exactly what I tell you to do. Don't fray it. Don't think now.
Right.
Just obey. I'm telling you right now, do not do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And we get now feelings, you know, we know better than pops. You see what I'm saying? So we go out there and man, I'm gonna smack. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Next thing you know, everything that the Most High was doing, he got to put that on hold now. Because you out here acting stupid, man. Because you out here doing what he told you not to do. The Lord ain't tell us to go out there and put our hands on nobody, man. That's not saying you can't defend yourself again, but you should not be the aggressor. Here's the thing. When you realize that your offense is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, that helps you fight them demons up. That helps you fight them demons when you realize, when you see the field, you know, as an athlete, you know, you watch film, you watch video, you got to see the entire field. You got to see, like, even though your job may be right here, realize that there's so many things going on around you that it depends on you doing this job well right here for everything else around you to work. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're doing right here, man. That's what the Lord is saying to us. You got that scripture? Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourself.
Here it is. So, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves. You feel me? Like, the answer to, you know, what we gonna do and all that kind of stuff, or what we should do, is not in avenging yourself. You see what I'm saying? Finish that.
But rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
Listen, that's what it comes down to, man. Salaki. God.
He said he heard a man to his youth.
God.
He said, you know what I mean, he was scared when he told his wives, he was like, man, I'm done. I didn't kill the man for my youth. And he was sitting there, he talked with him, he thought about it, like, Cain, my grandfather. Most High said that anybody that touched Cain, avenge gonna be on him sevenfold. Like, so if I'm his grandson, I'm good. It's gonna be seven times. You know what I mean? I forgot, I'm paraphrasing. But like he know. Like, the scriptures already let us know, man. Don't touch them people, man. Like,
Yeah.
like you said, defend yourself. Don't start that, man. Don't mess up the Most High program, man. Let guys start over because it's like.
No, go ahead.
Like I was thinking about, like, even with, like, you think about like Egypt. If some renegade went off, you know what I mean, when the Most High wanted to destroy Egypt,
Mhm.
it would have been also, you know what I mean, some, man, we gonna take them down, man. We
Right. It's like just to go back off what you're saying too. It was another story, and this paraphrasing on topic, but it was a brother when they went in. They went in and he told them, he said, destroy, unalive everything, destroy everything, but do not take nothing. And that brother took a garment, he took a garment out of there, and the Lord was about to destroy the entire army of Israel over that. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is why it's so important to obey and be obedient to what the Lord is telling us, because, again, we don't see what's going on behind the scenes. We don't have to see it. The Lord is telling us what to do. I always like looking at the scriptures from the mindset of a parent, because I feel like it drives the point home a little. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes your kid may not be mature enough, or they may not be apt enough to understand the move that you have to make to obtain the desired outcome. But you moving and you making moves behind the scene, and you stacking the chips, you creating a paper trail over here, you talking to this one over here, you getting legal advice over there, and you taking in all that information and you're formulating a plan. You're plotting on how you're going to defeat and destroy this enemy in a way in which they can't bounce back from it. So when I tell you, do not put your hands on somebody, don't put your hands on nobody. Now, if they come to you and you got to defend yourself, that's something different. But I better not get no reports that you out here wilding. You out here shooting at people. You out here just going out knocking white. No, man. We are not to do that, Israel. And that seems like a common sense thing, but it's not. A lot of our brothers and sisters lose their lives, man, because they don't have the proper training, the proper discipline on how to deal with these oppressors, man. You see what I'm saying? If you could read that again for me, Baba Kashal.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
Listen, here it is right here. This is everything that we're talking about right now. You see what I'm saying? It say give place. It say, but rather give place into wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. You feel me? Like, you think, if we feel some kind of way about what's happened to us as a people, we've read several verses already where the Lord called us his holy people, his set apart, his special people, man. If we can feel some kind of way, how do you think he feels? Like, as a child, you may be mad, but I guarantee you, I assure you, no one gets madder than a parent to see their child mistreated, to see their child, something happen to their child that their child did not deserve. You see what I'm saying? Like, listen, most people that don't feel like they got it in them, when they have children, that spirit of unaliving is alive and well with them. You touch my child, something's going to happen to you. A lot of people, I'm telling you, when you become a parent, it changes something in you. You see what I'm saying? So if that's the case, if you know you can feel some kind of way about something happening to your child that didn't deserve certain things, imagine how the Most High feels when somebody does something to his children that's trying to follow him. You see what I'm saying? Imagine you being that child that say, you know what, I'm going to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. And then an oppressor put his hands on you, or an oppressor does something against you that you don't deserve in that moment. You see what I'm saying? Because you turned back to the Lord. Now, we all understand that we got cursed because we stopped following the Lord. But here's the thing, what happens when we start following him? You see what I'm saying? And the Lord becomes an enemy to our enemies. And that enemy put his hands on us. What do you think the Lord is going to do, man? There's not a vengeance that we can even think of that will compare to what the Lord has in store for them, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, they don't even realize the power that they're up against. Well, I can't say that because they do. They called him the terrible in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a known fact. It is a known fact that these nations, they understand that when Israel, when blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are in accordance with the Lord and we're following his law, statutes, and commandments, they know they cannot touch us. They say for surely, what nation has a God this nigh unto them? You see what I'm saying? Because things start to happen. You see what I'm saying? You just can't put your hands on us when we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. But guess what? If we keep taking on their culture and start living their way of their lifestyle and becoming the alphabet gang and stuff like that, how can the Lord fight for that, man? How can the Lord stand and become an enemy to the same people that you're loving? You see what I'm saying? He just can't do it, man. You had something? Go on.
But I was gonna say, like, even with, like, I don't think he don't realize. I think either one don't realize how much the Most High like loves us. Like, we been
Right.
so big for so long.
Right.
You know what I mean? He loves us so much, and he's so honorable that he made a promise. Like, he ain't gonna break his promise.
Right.
And like we hurt him so bad that he look at us. He said we like we go to all these other gods, call us adultery.
Right.
Like we didn't suck around on him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that pain right there. That's heavy. And he deal with that, and he still y'all back, and he still won't keep his promises. Like I don't think we just don't realize how much we do to him. You know what I mean? Like we don't think we don't know how much we offend him and
Right.
disrespect him. You know what I mean? He loves that.
And what you're saying is heavy because, like, if we did understand, like, as a people, if we understood who we were serving, if we truly understood the Most High power, we would, as a people, serve him. But the problem is we've been led astray by the Christian church and the Muslim mosque, and that spirit of confusion is well in the midst of us. Where how the scriptures say, you know, you call good bad, you call good evil and evil good. You see what I'm saying? Like, here it is. The Most High is a righteous God. And he's telling you, listen, you're better than these other people. But if we say that, oh, we're arrogant, you know, you're this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? No, this is the Lord saying this, man. You see what I'm saying? Let me get Obadiah 1 and 8, Baba Kashah. We're going to get some more in the scriptures, man, because for a lot of people, listen, and you may watch this video, you may see this class years from now. You see what I'm saying? Well, understand, there is a reason why the Lord hates other nations. It ain't because of the color of their skin. You see what I'm saying? Like, it ain't because, you know, of how they speak or nothing like that. There is a reason that we're going to get that in the scriptures, man. Like, we've never been taught that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand when people say, y'all are the black KKK. I've heard that before. And in no way, shape, and form are we like the KKK or anything. You see what I'm saying? Right. First of all, we don't commit no crimes. Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, we ain't doing nothing to nobody. We don't hate nobody because of the color of their skin. You see what I'm saying? The problem is, when it comes to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, no one expects us to want justice like anybody else. They expect us to take all manner of disrespect and all manner of criminality towards us. They expect us to take that with a smile on our face. So when you have someone stand up and say, no, I'm not taking that, man. Man, you got to pay for what you did. They don't like that. You see what I'm saying? That's where it becomes the issue with the ISUPK. But go ahead, let me get that scripture, man.
This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau.
All right, so if you look at, if you see that scripture, like, you got to realize that, you got to realize who Edom and Esau is. Edom and Esau are the so-called white man. You understand? Like, you know, these oppressors that's pretty much doing what they do to us now. He said, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? Like the Lord is saying that day, man, yeah, they think they so smart. They think they brilliant, you know. They got all these technologies and stuff like that, and they seem undefeatable. Like, you got to realize the Lord is setting the stage right now. Like, this oppressor, the earth fears him, especially in America. Just so you know, America, Russia, Ukraine, all of them, they are all Esau and Edom. You see what I'm saying? They are all of the same family. But here it is, you got America in particular. The earth fears America. You see what I'm saying? Because of the things that they can do, the things that they're willing to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, they consider themselves to be wise. Wiser than the Most High. They don't feel like they got an answer to nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, they feel like they got their bases covered. The Lord said, I'm going to destroy even the wise men out of Edom and the understanding out of the mount of Esau. You see what I'm saying? Keep going, Baba Kashan, verse 9.
Verse 9. In thy mighty men, O Timon, shall be dismayed, to the end that everyone of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
And this is where the genealogies come in as well. When you read them genealogies, don't just skip them genealogies when you're reading the Bible. Because these genealogies break down who are of certain families in the Bible. So like here in this scripture say, in the mighty men, O Timon, the men of Timon, you understand, like, they are Esau. They are from the seed of Esau. And you find that in the genealogies. You see what I'm saying? Shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is saying that he's going to cut Esau off by slaughter, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say, like, the way we exact vengeance is nowhere like the way the Most High exact vengeance. Like, everybody, every nation on the face of the earth, every nation on the face of the earth understands justice as it relates to them getting it. You see what I'm saying? Like, Esau himself, he understands that if you do something to a certain people, there's a punishment you got to pay for it. You understand? Like, they still, like, you know, we always talk about that, the Nazi war veteran. I think he was the bookkeeper in the Holocaust. He was just a bookkeeper, writing down names. And what he did, you know, he was like 90, he was like upper 90s as far as age. And he was in a wheelchair. He had an oxygen tank. He could not breathe. And they tracked him down and they arrested him for his war crimes in being a bookkeeper in the Holocaust. He had lawyers in his family fighting, like, listen, he's not fit to withstand, you know, jail time and stuff like that. He can hardly breathe. And they say he has to pay for the crimes that he's committed against another people. So they understand justice. We are the only ones who don't understand justice, you understand? That's why the Lord has to be the one to exact that vengeance. And here it is just now, he said that, you know, every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. That's the justice that the Lord is talking about, man. We may say, our justice is, give us a couple dollars, reparations. You know, give me 2 acres of land, you know, lower my taxes, and we call it even. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's our form of justice. That's not the Lord's form of justice, man. Keep going.
Verse 10.
Listen to this one carefully. Go ahead.
For thy violence.
For thy what?
For thy violence.
For thy what?
For thy violence.
For thy violence. Go ahead.
Against thy brother, Jacob.
It say, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, man. Keep going.
Shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
And this is what they really fear. This is the vengeance of the Lord that we speak of, man. It said, for thy violence. This is why Esau has to be cut off. The so-called white man, that pilgrim, whatever names he go by, the conquistador. You see what I'm saying? It said, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. Who is Jacob? Jacob is the forefather of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man.
Right.
This is our forefather.
Right.
The Lord say, because of the violence that he did to us and our forefathers, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever, man. That's the vengeance of the Lord, man. That's how the Lord get vengeance. Not only is he going to cut you off by slaughtering you, he says he's going to cut you off forever. Like, there's going to be a day that comes when Esau, or the so-called white man, he'll be like a stuffed animal in a museum.
Right.
And you'll say, listen, this man right here, he used to run the world. Everybody on the face of the earth feared this man at one point in time. He's the one who unalived and did so much wickedness in the earth. He literally turned the earth upside down and destroyed it. This is why the Lord has to get rid of him forever.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you are, for those watching and wanting to know why we say the things we say against the so-called white man, we say it because the Lord is saying it, man. This ain't got nothing to do with feelings. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing other than the Lord exacting vengeance because of the violence that this oppressor has done to us and our forefathers, man. Like that's a little different from we don't like somebody because of the color of their skin. We don't like you because of the way you talk. We don't like you because of how your hair is. That's a little different from that. You see what I'm saying? And if I could, let me get Isaiah 14 and 1. How much time we got? Come on. Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14, 1 and 2, go to the show.
It's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1.
Good.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Again, Jacob he's the forefather or the progenitor of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The Lord just said, I'm going to have mercy on Jacob. Why does he have to have mercy on us? Like, the Most High has to have mercy on us because we don't follow his rules, man. We break his rules. Like Al-Azhar said earlier, we offend him. You see what I'm saying? Like, and you can only have mercy. This is another thing that we got to understand. You can only have mercy on something that you can kill.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, people mistake mercy and make mercy seem like something soft or something that an apology can do or a forgiveness can do. Listen, here's what mercy looks like. I can take your life away if I wanted to right now. But instead of me killing you and taking your life, I'm going to give you a chance to live and make things right.
Right.
Now, let's say I was one, you dealing with a cat and he ain't got the strength to murder. He ain't got the strength to take a life. You see what I'm saying? He can't take a life. Not only do he have the authority, he's not built like that. How can he show mercy? How can he show mercy, man? Because guess what? The only reason you're giving me a break right now is because you have no other choice. You cannot beat me. You see what I'm saying? Like, how can, as a people, how can we show mercy to our oppressor? We can't. Because at the end of the day, whether we feel some kind of way about it or not, you know what he's going to say? I'll do what the hell I want to do, and there's nothing you can do about it. So how can we show mercy to our oppressor? You see what I'm saying? At this point, he can only show mercy to us because he can unalive us. That's what mercy is. Mercy is you having the power to take life away and don't do it. You see what I'm saying? The Lord just say, I will have mercy on Jacob. The Lord say, you know, I can take your life, but I'm not. That's the past he just gave us. You see what I'm saying? And we don't look at it like that. We just read over it and, hey, mercy on Jacob. Nah. He just gave us a pass, man. He said, I ain't gonna kill you. But get right there. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
And will yet choose Israel.
And will yet choose Israel, man. You understand? Like the reason the Lord breaking up or separating the well, not breaking up, but Jacob's name was changed to Israel. And I'm giving this backstory for those who may not know. I know a lot of us do know that, but Jacob's name was changed to Israel. And so he said, I will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. When he said yet choose Israel, he's talking about Jacob as well. Israel and Jacob are the same person. You see what I'm saying? The forefather of the nation of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Keep going.
And set them in their own land.
The Lord said, I'm going to set you in your own land. Like right now, this is not our land. Like a lot of us don't realize that over in Jerusalem, that is our land, man. Parts of the Middle East, parts of the Middle East, Turkey, all the way down into parts of Egypt. That is our land, man. The Lord said he's going to set us in our land. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
They say, and the strangers shall be joined to us. That means the other nations. It's going to be other people of the other nations that's going to be joined to us. Keep going.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
They say they're going to cleave unto the house of Jacob. They're going to cleave to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know how we cleave into them right now? And, you know, we just trying to get a piece of what they got. That's why we celebrate their holidays and do all that, because we just trying to experience a little bit of what they experience. We cleave into them now. The Lord say, guess what? They are going to cleave unto you. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 2, and the people shall take them.
They say, and the people shall take them. What people? The people of Israel that he just set in the land. We're going to take them strangers. Go ahead.
And bring them to their place.
And we're going to bring them to our place, man. We're going to bring them to our house of residence. We're going to take them from the auctioning blocks and bring them to our place. Go ahead.
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
Shall what?
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
They say the house of Israel shall possess them, man. Now, I don't know what y'all think possess mean, but when you hear a possess or possession, that means you own something. Something is in your grasp. You see what I'm saying? Like, my shoes, my pants, my shirt, that's my possession. That means I own it. I tell it what to do. I tell it when I want to wear it. It don't tell me nothing. You see what I'm saying? Good.
We gonna be the new man. Nah, we say, you know what I mean, like, oh, you work for the man.
Right.
We gonna be the man, you know what I mean? They
Right.
talking about, man, I mean,
Right.
the meat and stuff like that. You gotta go to the man.
Mm-hmm.
You kiss the man ass, you know what I mean? We gonna be the man.
Right. That's exactly what it is. It say, in the house of Israel shall possess them. Go ahead.
Of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
It say for servants and handmaids, a.k.a. slaves. That's what that means. You know, they are going to be slaves. You know, we're going to take them back to our place, and we're going to possess them. We're going to own them, and we're going to have them for servants and handmaids, for slaves, male slaves and female slaves. Go ahead.
And they shall take them captives.
They shall take them what?
They shall take them captives.
They, meaning Israel, shall take them captives. Go ahead.
Whose captives they were.
Whose captives they were, man. Like we're still the captives of our oppressor. You understand? Like we're still in captivity right now, man. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Like we're still in captivity. The Lord just said, he said that they shall take them captives, who captives they were, man. Go ahead.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And they shall rule over their oppressors, man. Like that's what's going to happen. Like this oppressor is going into slavery, and guess what? His slave master is going to be the same people that he enslaved. The same people who he walks into their house, you know, walks into their house wrongfully and unalives them. That same person is going to be his captive. Now we understand why they running scared, man. Now we understand why they got doomsday preppers. The hell they preparing for, man? You think they're going to go into that oppression? You think they going to go into that oppression willingly?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to drag something out them bunkers. You feel me? And listen, just so you know, the Lord has made us fishers of men at this point. But it's going to come a day that we will be made hunters of men. So I don't care if you're in the earth 30, 40 feet, you know, you're an old school bus that you done hooked up under the earth and you got ventilation systems. You know, you can go in one way and come out a mile down the block. You see what I'm saying? You are going to be dug up. You're going to be dug up. You feel me? Like these oppressors are going to be dug up out of the earth. You see what I'm saying? On the run. You see what I'm saying? You will not hide. You know, we're going to scale them trees with you. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we don't really like going all the way up to the 30th floor in the hotel. But we're coming to get you. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't make no mistakes about it. That's just what it is. You understand? George, you got something? Come.
Zechariah chapter 1, verse 15.
Go ahead.
And I am very sore displeased with the heathen, that are at ease. For I was but a little bit displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Now, this is the reason why these oppressors, these devils won't pay. And the Most High said he was very displeased with the heathen, because he was just a little displeased with us. He was upset with us. But they helped forward the affliction.
Right.
And bringing us from our nature, our customs, our culture, our name, everything, man. Like what they did to our people, man. The Most High not gonna forget about that.
Right. And that's heavy. That's heavy, man, because just think about it. If the Lord gets this pissed off with us, that he punished us the way he punished us, what in the hell do you think he's going to do to a people that he don't love? Like, he punished us like this and he loves us. Like, what do you think he's going to do to the people he don't care nothing about, man? If I could drop down to verse 21, Baba Kishore.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter.
It say prepare slaughter, man. Mind you, this is not our words. You know, it ain't like we making these words up, you feel me? You go right to the King James Version Bible and read these same words. Prepare slaughter for who?
For his children.
For his children. Oh, you can't talk about the children. Listen, the Lord said prepare slaughter for his children, man. Go ahead.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
For the iniquity of their fathers, man. So their children have to pay for what their fathers did. No one understands that more than blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Like, we pay for the crime. We pay for the sins of our fathers day in and day out. You see what I'm saying? If we got to pay, guess what? So do you. Keep going.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the earth with cities.
Listen, and this part is so heavy, man. The Lord say, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of the fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities, man. Like, the Lord say, listen, this is why I have to step in, and I have to prepare slaughter for them, for the children. Because here's the thing. Right now, you got this oppressor. The children of the oppressors, they walk around that, well, we didn't own slaves. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. You see what I'm saying? So why do I have to pay for that? But yet, you benefit from everything that he did and she did. You see what I'm saying? Like, these children of the oppressor, they understand their history a lot better than we do. You see what I'm saying? They know what their grandfathers and great-grandfathers did to our people. And they love them. They love them to death. You feel me? And they flourish because of all of the trinkets that they passed down. All of the wealth that they passed down. You see what I'm saying? That child gets to inherit, you know, houses, cars, money, education, this, that, and third. They get to inherit the heaven that was created by their forefathers. You see what I'm saying? So you think that you're going to enjoy you think that you're going to enjoy the fruits of the iniquities of your forefathers and still not get punished by the Lord? People say you want your cake and eat it too. You see what I'm saying? So on one hand, you want to live luxurious right now because my forefather was murdered or unalive, because my grandmother was our word. You see what I'm saying? So because this happened to my family, you get to enjoy your luxuries and you live your life. You live a sweet life. You see what I'm saying? And you feel like nothing. You feel like you don't feel the compassion to at least say, you know what? At the very most, I don't deserve to live the way I live because of what these people went through. Like, how evil is that? You see what I'm saying? How evil is it for you to benefit off the unaliving of somebody else and then tell the kids of that person that you should not face the consequence of it? You understand how evil that is? It's evil as hell, man. The Lord say, listen, prepare slaughter. But this is the interesting part, like, that we always got to look at. Like, the end of that verse, you know, where it says that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. They are, when we say that they are the devil just means deceiver. When we say they are the devil, that's what we mean, man. That's what the Lord means. Because if he don't intervene, and if he don't bring them to a close, guess what's going to happen? We're going to forgive them. We're going to forgive them. We're going to feel sorry for them. We're going to say, man, look, they working hard over there. They don't give us no problems. They don't talk back. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, we can go ahead and let them build them a house over there. Like, they ain't got to do all that, you feel me? We be going out there working their shifts after a while. You see what I'm saying? Hey, listen, you ain't even got to pick that cotton. You see what I'm saying? Like, listen, we'll pick it, we'll pick it together. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about it. You good. Like, that's what we'll do. And next thing you know, they'll rise up against us again, destroy us again, and they will fill their faces with in the earth again and take over all again. This is why the Lord has to step in. This is why vengeance has to be of the Lord and not of us. Because when he do it, when the Most High does it, it gets done proper. You see what I'm saying? When we do it, we fumble. You see what I'm saying? We fumble because we really ain't them type of folks out. You see what I'm saying? Like, Lord telling us, like, man, y'all, like, he say call the sheep for a reason. You see what I'm saying? Like, we are a peaceable people, man. You know, we serve the Lord. We want to serve the Lord. We want to have people. We want to chill, man. It's this oppressor who wants war and he wants to kill and you see what I'm saying? Like, we just be wanting to chill, man. We ain't got no problems, don't make no problems. Lord say, in order for you to get that though, I'm gonna have to intervene. You see what I'm saying? Again, vengeance is of the Lord. Do not take vengeance into your own hands. Do not, if you got issues and stuff like that, you can always contact us here in the ISUPK. You know, go on to ISUPK.com, you feel me? Look up the city closest to you. Get in contact with that, you know, the camp leader of that city. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you fight your demons, man. That's how you deal with your issues. Not by you thinking that you're a tough guy and going out here and doing stupid stuff, man. Vengeance is really of the Lord because it gets done right. With that, we're going to say shalom. We're at the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commanding General Yohana. And if it's not under Commanding General Yohana, it's not the truth. And we've been bringing it out since 1969 that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Jews of the Bible. And our oppressor, that colonizer, you know, he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. But guess what? The Lord will take vengeance on him. But we got to do our part, man. We got to give the Lord something to come back to. And that's why we got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, and do what we're told to do. Shalom, Baltimore. Shalom, Israel. And at this time, we're going to call Officer Alazar up for a reading of the security announcement. Shalom.
These are security announcements. We go to ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street under Commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means 10th in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. In September, we got it's October. It's like Wednesday, October 7th was the 2nd, and that's memorial blowing of the trumpet. Remind Akim and Aquafium to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so forth for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headbands, or scarf. With that, men of Israel, we'll get one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Hamadian, which means to stand. Mayim Shabbat, Hamadian, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yashar Rakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yashar Rakatah.
Yajmatah, class dismissed.